Hello, me in the future. I'm recording it for you because you will eventually forget this information like you did second time. So now you have this to remember. The question is, how do you effectively import object into Fusion 360 such that textures are preserved? And especially, what if you exporting it from Blender? But it's not only applicable. There's a couple of things. Let's start with Fusion. Let's prepare Fusion for that. Now, I will insert an image that works. Sorry, an object that works. So when you import the object, you will not see the texture, and that is fine. There's two things you need to do. First, you need to check that in your materials that thing is not set, so it should be off, and everything else doesn't matter over here. Now just make sure that you have your visual style is, well, shaded and all that. And now also you need to check that this thing is not turned on. So if you see funky colors, just go here and click here or Shift F. It will turn it off. So the gray is good, colors are bad. And the last thing you need to do, right click and smooth shade it. When you do that, you will get everything that you want, except it's like it's covered with goo, and I already reported that. Yeah, they don't want to do anything about it. Now, there might be a problem. After doing all this, you will find out that it's still not doing a thing and you don't see a texture. All right. Let's go to Blender and let's export this face. Well, first of all, you can see I have an object here and I have a mesh and there is a material, and I gave them all just different names, even though, and actually I renamed that thing and I saved it again. Sorry, I saved it, but it's still being saved as some old new name, diffuse face 3, so we will see this thing at some point. So now let's go ahead and export. I'm not sure if I need to select. Let me select export OBJ. We will be doing it here, and I will call it Sasha head number 3, and we will, I mean, these things are not important, but just keep in mind there is a path mode relative, and you can, well, make it relative, but it doesn't matter. We will be changing this anyway, and you will see why. This thing I don't think matters. Let's do it without it this time. It will just add less things into MTL file. All right, let's export. It has been exported. Let's look at what we have. We have two files visible over here. One of them is OBJ and the other one is material information, and you will see there is no texture anywhere here. Now, and here's the lesson we need to learn, and remember that unfortunately Fusion 360 does not understand spaces in this line here. So when your material file refers to a texture and this line has spaces, it will blow up. I don't remember if, question marks will work or not. I just trying to make sure that there is no spaces in names. And regardless, we need to get this file to be next to our material so they all three can kind of, go together. So let's just go and get this file. Actually, I haven't changed this file. Believe me, it's basically this file. But yeah, you can see what it did there when I was working in Blender. It was storing all the Blender files in name of my Blender file underscore files, and this diffuse face was over there. Now, we just need to replace this thing with the name of the texture file that I have on hand. It doesn't matter what the name is as long as it's relative, and you can see it's in the same folder as Sasha 3 MTL, which is this file we're editing now. And yeah, that's pretty much it. There's new material, and it's the only material. And then if you look at the OBJ file, you will see how we import this material file. We say, hey, material library, go to this file. And yeah, previously when I was exporting things from photogrammetry software, it sometimes makes several materials for some reason in the same material library, in which case it will be importing material library and then saying which material to use. But when I'm exporting from Blender, you can see it just makes one material, and it seems like it takes it by default. Anyway, let's just finish it up by importing this newly created mesh with textures. So once again, you can see it's grayish, and you can see now we do the smooth shaded, and here we go. That's it. That's pretty much it. If you forget about it, next time you will see this video and you will thank yourself. Bye me.